I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All Complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CTA Review. Today is April 30, Wednesday, 2025. Hope you had a good day today. As we said yesterday, possible option here. We're going to sell down where we were. Beautiful from the top there. Looked suspect when it was all choppy. And then the goal was to get into here, as we said. We've been talking about it since last week, fanning up, getting close up to here, to the 50 or somewhere in here, and then retracing back for that easy liquidity there. Go to look at the past 3 days, 1, 2, 3 day low. What do we have right there? That breakout level. We talked about that coming down, said we would come down here. So they did that already in Asia and London, obviously, and pre some of New York, but you can see we're bouncing here 25%, and then pushing back up. This logic was to obviously wipe out sellers. Now this all happened already today, right? Well, not already today, by the end of the day, I should say. And then this is just a logical move. Am I a genius? No, this is just, but from here, when we come back up here, dude, it's like it's either going to sell from here or it's going to keep going. And right now they're just keep going. So, you know, what else can I say, buddy? I mean, look at that. I mean, that's just sick. Look, I mean, I talked about this very clearly yesterday. We did it. And then not too much here, but we have the 25% right there. And then we also have the inversion. Well, if it's bullish from here, it'll turn into an inversion, which is this, we're talking about this April 3rd. Okay, this April 3rd daily candle, Thursday. So that's this right here. And we're bouncing on the top of it. So we didn't get any lower. 50% was here. Obviously, we have a bullish imbalance on the 4 hour. Was it 4 hour? Yeah. But they were interested only in the top. Let's do this. It's not confusing, right? Not a lot of shit here, right? So you got 50% of that 4 hour imbalance. Could be refined to a 1 hour even. No. Well, yeah. You could just refine it to this. Even. Let's just see how that looks. All right. And then you can see we're tapping in it, right? X kind of marks the spot here. So they've already, look at these bitches at the end. You gotta love it, man. You gotta love it. Let me see. Let me guess what time that is. 3:50. Oh wow, just wild. I gotta start making shorter videos. So as you see here, we after yesterday's bullshit, that was I said that might be a beautiful sell, but very easily for them to have closed here and went up to the 50, I would have saw that, and by the time I woke up, but you don't know. But at the same time, we were pushing up for a move 1, and I was saying move down 2. If you listen to the video yesterday very carefully, I'm literally saying if I'm going to miss this sell, if I'm going to miss this move that happens in Asia and London, or the next move, which is obviously would be in Asia and London, but I said that you could even catch a leg down from the last part. So if we're down here at 9:30, right, and 8:30 does this bullshit right here. You see this? We come underneath that up top bearish gap, daily gap, and then we wick in here. See that? And then they don't come back to it. So it's a data high. But the point is that that's like a break in a resistance right there. See the flow? See how we break that low right here? And I got it measured here, 1 to 1.5, right? And you can see obviously that we come below it. So a little bit confusing there. But when you're sitting on top of that down here, the bearish daily imbalance, you're sitting on the gap at the 25%. I even got this measured here from this swing to this swing here. And you can see 1 and 1.5 is kind of like right here, but it's not really, wasn't really that important. I guess I could just do this. It might be a little bit cleaner, but whatever. The point is that when it's really bullish, we're stopping here, right? Most likely we'll stop here. But when 9:30 we came down, we already get a push down first. So I'm looking at this like so it's a dump and then pump. Why? Well, because we already missed this move. This move's already done. That's a big number 1, right? Or really, push up from 1 back here. This is number 2, however you want to look at it. And then when you're down here, you're looking for the next move, number 3. So it's just, I could say so many things right now, but let me just keep this simple, bro. So 930, test the 930 level again. See that? And then uses it as liquidity there. See how it's all lower highs right there? They're cleaning. So goal is to rush down and get into that breakout level. I mean, we've talked about this since last week. So we're hitting it today, right? Obviously. And then you're already down here at the bottom of the move. I mean, could it have kept selling? Sure, it could have. But I mean, realistically, when we have been coming down like this, look to the left, you're breaking out all these levels of the previous 3 days. 1, 2, 3, right? Look at this. Look at that. And this is why specifically today was a very possible tricky day. And you can still trade it if you're a professional, right? For years. But the thing is that the logic here of coming back up to wipe out these sellers, because it's just falling. It was just pretty much, it was really easy. I mean, it's so funny that it's so easy that you're making it difficult, right? We don't need to make it difficult. But you see the drives here, 3 drives. This is 1, 2, and then you can even count that one. But then they get the last 2 here, and then I've already explained all this where we are here, right? So that being the case, then you get this balanced price range. Push, boom. See that? I don't even have to draw it. I thought that was pretty obvious. I'm gonna move this here. But so we tap into it, but again, we have this bearish imbalance right here from the 930. Right, we have the first imbalance here at 937. I'm using 37. You can use 36. It isn't that serious. If you want to fucking highlight both, fuck it. You know what I mean? It's not that serious. But you will see that okay, oh, look, I love it, man. So now we're reaching the 50 that I've been talking about since last week, but we just tagged it. We just tagged it right there. See that? So when I give this possibility of dropping down, well, we will accomplish this goal. Then notice how we still never hit that. And that was the issue with this situation as well, right? You can easily come back up to it. So if that's the case, we just tagged. Look how we just tagged it and sold off from it, dude. You think that's fucking by accident? Matching the 2 to 2.5 when I measured this 2 15-minute candles right here. Measured that up right there. And we got into 101.5. And then now we're into 2. But what was I going to say here? So when it's down here, right? And then you have this balanced price range, this U we call it, right? V, some people call it a V or whatever. You can see kind of like a head and shoulder situation even. But this is when you're bullish, this is what you want to see, right? We came down from the Asia range down to over 3.5, slightly of the 4 standard deviations down, right? So we're in the window, we're in the area, right? We have time involved. So 950s here, and then pushes it down for that final leg and then retraces back, right? So then when you get up here, right? Like, okay, if you buy this, you got to put your stop loss here, right? It's fine. But then the next phase is right here, right above this switch right here from this swing. See how it's a little bull flag, little bull flags. But this is a very characteristic bull flag. We dip into that little imbalance right there. But this is like it. This is like your support, and they're locking price. They're not coming back. So that's an entry method. Obviously this was very difficult right here. And by the time they push up, if you get momentum, but the next entry obviously is now we're looking at the first imbalance right here, and you can see that we're supporting it right there with the little imbalance right there. And then it's a push up and push back, and then it's locked again, right? It's done. It's stair stepping, but quickly, and that's just the way it is. I personally don't get involved in trades like this. Look at that, bro. Oh my god. That's amazing. Caught that live right now. It's so funny because I've been talking about it. But what if it doesn't go all the way up there, right? What if it lower high here and then came back down in deeper? It was probable in a very bearish market with this response and pushing up all the way. I don't know. It kind of shows me that we're still kind of not done with the top side, right? And that's back to Trump shit, right? His drop. But anyways, maybe hopefully I'm not bouncing around. Then take a look here. You see this? We use that imbalance again right here, and it's a support. These candles, support blocks. We push above to the gap. There's a gap here. We have that gap. We have the present week's gap right there. So we're tagging that too, and the daily gap. And the opening range gap, obviously it's large, but they can feel it. But the narrative is when we're pushing down already, right? You've got already that big move. So what's next is to push up and wipe out the sellers here. So with everything I just said, so as you see, it supports right there. That's an entry as well. Again, entry, all higher lows pushing up. Then we run right to the 50 of the opening range, which was beautiful. I even took this out here, but why? Because it was the 50, and you have breakout levels. So let me draw the breakout levels. As you see, I drew the breakout level on the 4-hour with the big blue line right there. Let me add some more. Where do you think those are? Well, this is a breakout level. All right. Crazy plane just drew by. All right, so obviously we'll just say it right here. Whatever. Okay, you notice this, obviously. Whoa. I gotta make videos short. Okay, here's another breakout level. We're even gonna use this one. Oh. Well, that's the 50% of that little gray gap. Oh, perfect. Liquidity sweep. This is a push up. So in the leg to push up, well, I talked about this yesterday's video. Obviously, as you know, I'm just gonna say it's like this. This is the bottom from the higher low, if it's a higher low, or even a lower low and making a lower high. Either way, the leg up here, you get to push up one. That's why it was such a nice sell. See how they have two lows? See, they squeeze, and you're confused, and then it's really liquidity built. If their intention is to keep pushing up, they could have stopped from here. They could have sank from here. Sure, they could have. But where is it coming back to? You see that's a breakout level right there. See that? No, they didn't come here. No, they didn't come here. No, they didn't come here. All right. So obviously an easy structure. Look at these. Wow. Sorry, I have to squinch it up. God, just so I don't lose it. Push up here. Gets seals above all this liquidity to the left. Doesn't take out the high. Short of the daily gap of today. Retraces back. Where does it go? Oh, it takes that guy out. But it's still support. Because why? That's a breakout. I'm going to draw in a second. So far, this is the structure right now. Okay. So let me do this real quick. Don't get lost here. So I have this projection here, from here to here, and you can see what's it called? 2 to 2.5 right here. And then this is another reason why I took this sell. It's dead center and it's 50%, and we have that leg. Okay, we retraced, and now obviously we're probably on our way to 3.5 to 4. And yeah, obviously we hit that. So you see 3.5 to 4 here, 3.5 to 4. We ran up, right? And then if you look at the bigger here, just remember here on the 15-minute candle, 15-minute whatever. This shouldn't even be on the 15-minute. We're just tagging into the 2 to 2.5 right here, right now. Well, obviously with the 50% of the whatever. Okay, that's fine. It's a little overkill, but you get it, right? It's fire. What was I trying to say here? So then when this broke right there, 1 and then 2 drives down, you can see that we come right to a 1 and 1.5, and it tags the 1. Obviously, that's literally like the same level, right? Look at that. You see that, right? Sorry, I'm not sure if you can see that. Look at that. Not a lot of shit on my chart. Don't get lost. I'm showing you this just to say, like, okay, we're really bullish. Well, I mean, you're going to get these platform support trades. And then I measured, you measure this swing from here to here. We just hit 2 to 2.5. Look at that. Very high confluence. It's and again, you don't have to have all this stuff, right? I'm just logically showing you what's up. Real close to that 2 right there. See that? If you measured it from the retracement to back to the high, whatever. you know, not that serious. But this is good enough. And then, what was I saying here? And then this is also a breakout level. I said I was gonna draw it, but right there. See, so very simple support resistance ideas. Holding the bias and coming up here is not easy to do that, but with the buy here, if you took any one of these trades, coming up above this liquidity here, pick your poison. 25%, 50%, the data high, 50% is really nice. And it's time involved. It's pretty much like the lunch, like beginning finale. It's 12 o'clock, whatever. And a day like this would happen on obviously a news event like this. So that's why the uncertainty is, you know, no need to really overstay your welcome. You can flow with the same flow, but it's just today and tomorrow are just not really high probability, and the things that you want to see unfold in price action are not really in your favor. You know, this is just common sense too, right? But I think I've said enough. Oversold on the 15-minute. Now look at that, beautiful. The 4-hour being tricky. 1 hour you can see all the way reaching up. And it's a speaker. You know, I make sure I don't forget to say this. I say it all the time, but that was one of the reasons why I said when we fan up and we retrace back down for the liquidity and then we push back up, that's a mean reversion in the center here. From this high to this low, 50%. That's why I was saying, that's why I drew what I drew. Because if this is a speaker, right, and then we come down for the lower lows here, and then coming back to here is a pretty kosher situation in general speaking. Obviously they went up higher, right? So, and what does that mean? Now we have a speaker up top. So we have a mean reversion in the center again, which is right where I'm still pointing, because you see now that we did this. I ain't gotta draw that, man. You can see that, right? I don't even know why I'm drawing it. It's like the origin of price right there. You know, you see that, right? But, okay, so if that was mean reversion from down here in the middle, from that high, now that we come up, the center is right here. Oh, what's that? This fucking weekly gap again. So it looks like this is going to be an indecisive week, possibly, unless NFP really does some dirty shit. Where I think the purpose of that is to maybe come up higher, like we've been talking about, getting in here, getting in that wick. You can see this, right? Getting in that wick on the daily here, and that breakout level with, you know, right here or something. There's a gap up here. And then we come back into the center, and that would look like obviously something like this. I mean, I don't even know where the range is, but I'm just making it up. See it? I'm just going to extend it so you can really see it. All right, so let's just say I'm just talking. Let's just say we do this. Let's just say we do this, okay? Okay, well, 50% is here, right? So this is a high. So it is a higher low. We were on the sort of bullish. We are in a way bearish, but we don't know how heavy it's going to be and when that's going to happen, and if it happens. So we have to also be flexible. But this is an understanding. Pop up and then retrace back into the center here somewhere. Again, this is completely made up, but I'm just trying to give an explanation here. So it makes sense to hit this 3.5 to 4 now. That matches with this last candle here. So maybe now we'll just be pushing up and we're in an expansion. So this was like expansion, kind of like a consolidation, retracement, right? But you have to build a consolidation, and in this case, higher highs and higher lows. Excuse me, take some water. And then, you know, retracement, right? It's not really necessarily probably going to be a reversal, but hey, depending on the price action. But okay, expansion, right? So we'll see how they end up closing it. They might just close it like just a little bit higher. It all depends. It all depends. But again, low probability today and tomorrow. So I think I've said here good. I think I've overkilled it, but beautiful shit, man. I mean, come on, dude. Look at this. Look at this. X marks the spot kind of thing, right? And what's it called? I want to see if I do this. No, too far. Way too far. Yeah, this was not easy. Yeah, you could even do this too. Hold on a second. I know it's sloppy. There's a lot of fucking lines, dude. Let me move it over. Yeah, 2 to 2.5 right there. With this last swing from here that broke, so we made a higher. So this was like a higher low from there, and then we failed high, right? And then that broke through. So measuring that right here, you can see 2.5. That was probably the better way to do this. But this is so ugly. Because of the fucking lines. I'm just gonna delete it because it's been used and we made a new high, so it's you don't need it anymore. So, all right, and then now we're here. So let me see here, dollar, 20 minutes. Okay, little funky as dollar is coming up. Wasn't really looking at it, but same time, let's see here. So nice little divergence here on the what's it called? S&P right here on these last down candles at 9:55 on these 5 minutes. See, it's higher lows. Tweezer bottoms right there. Or was it the other one? Maybe this was equal. But anyways, we'll just say from between NAS and S&P, right? We had a divergence here on Dow here early in the day here, and then that also for two reasons why this would probably be a good thing for it to come back. Only because it was nice liquidity. But changing the direction down here was the whole logic there, right? Real quick. Okay, so fucking Dow decides to now pop up a little bit. So they're really delaying it. Excuse me. Really delaying it. They came back into their imbalance again right there. You can see I'm not drawing all this stuff out. And then they decided to keep it up. That's it. But again, remember, I was saying that they were poking up, come down, poke back up, right? Because they know people are selling here and they're trying to spook them and they're trying to not get too many people buying here. Well, they are, but not to be too profitable without coming back up here. But I mean, it looks like there's just an agenda here that's still not met with Dow. If it fails, though, this is your very classic support resistance, but they'll use a news driver to fucking trick you, and it's a part of the game. You can't be a part of everything, bro. It is what it is, right? And then here we go. So I was talking about this area as well. If we were gonna come, well, I said we'd come down to wipe out the easy buyers here, but then, as you see, it's a speaker as well. See that? Very common when you get up into a situation like this, but this looks like this Trump agenda is still not done, and I've been calling it that because that's what it is, of the unfair price action, right? So I'm starting to think that NFP is going to reach up here with this response like this, because remember, if it was bearish, we should have never made this new high. We should have already broke from a lower high and then came lower. Again, and I told everybody, I said, yo, watch them dangle this and we never get to it right now. And we'd be joking about it. Sure enough, here's a prime example, bro. But possible reason to come back down when we're ready. And we might be ready soon. But hey, it is what it is, right? And then I feel like I'm missing something here. And then like with NVIDIA. Okay, so they're kind of like a little pennant right here where we have liquidity on both sides, right? The retrace back down into here, which is what I drew, for example, was very kind of obvious, right? And whatever happens, and then pushing back up to sellers, but now we continued forward as well. So they're probably, if NFP is strong enough, I'm pretty sure it's going to push either into these highs and get into this simple breakout level right here, especially with this gap. Look at that right there. I'm not even going to draw it. Just if you're watching, you remember that gap right there with this breakout is only offering sellers. Okay, it went right through. There's no bullish candle on it. So that makes me think we go up. Now, of course, we have some stuff down here too. It's still anyone's ball game. This thing can whip and come back down, or it could just push up. It's really Um, it's very, it's very equal in a way, right? Um, so you just take your day trades, man. Any one of these moves, you could look at it like move down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I caught this down here, and then 6 busts through, and then when we come up, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did that not happen? That did happen. I'm not gonna count these in here and all that. So it's not. It's fine. Um, but again, making things harder for yourself is not, it's not necessary. With a lot of my technicals here that I have marked on for my chart, it's for me it's easy. I don't know if it's overwhelming for anyone watching. Is it too much? Did we just? I mean, again, if you had nothing here and you just had the blue line, that's a breakout level. That's all you needed. You see, that's why I preach this type of logic too. But I have algorithmic levels here that are holding price. Look at the bodies holding on the 25%. You can see it on every time frame. Well, I would say obviously, yeah, from the 5 minute up. All right, from the 5 minute up, they're all respecting even the 4 hour. So that's your hello. That's your big flag right there, to be honest with you. But yeah, this is fire. This is super fire. Um, Look at a beautiful swing, dude. Oh my god, down. I knew, and I was like, yo, but I knew we were so close to this 50, and look, and here's live lessons and experience to witness here. I'm not even going to get into these other things, but by not missing it, and then we snapped to it. Do you think that's, dude? We snapped right to it. Look, we snapped to it. We fought out. Boom. Wipe out the easy push out traders from here. Of where? Oh, the 350, right? Boom. Immediately come right back to the 50. Play around, shoot through. I mean, yeah, we'll play around here now. So now we're hey, yo, bro. I've been calling this for a while. I need a vacation. I got one coming. Well, it's not really that soon. It's in a month and a half from now. Or no. Yeah. June 15 or 16, I don't know, something like that. Going on a long cruise. We'll be gone for at least 2 weeks. And we'll see. We'll see until then. But as you see, look, as I was talking about, squeezing more out of this. Because in this wick, obviously, you got sellers. Look at the 4 hours. It's all getting tough. Remember, I talked about that yesterday when I talked about getting into that wick right there for the open. Remember this open level I said yesterday where we switched? We attacked. We attacked it, dude. Like right now. So okay. Projections and be done, right? Move forward 28 minutes and then okay, so all right, so now we have some new shit popping. If you well, again, this could be very similar to here where we fell down and then we started doing this higher high, higher low, and we push up for some more expansion. As you see that, wonder how high this is going to get. Let's do it like this. Let's just say, and this is, and people say, you're predicting, you shouldn't be predicting, and this and that. I said, well, hold on. We have to predict some, at some level. We have to have predictions because what the hell are you doing, right? We have to be ahead of the move, obviously. So, and we're always predicting, but we can also, in this case, we can let algorithmic levels and structure tell us what to do, right? Like, even though I had this whole planned out, this fanning up, selling off, coming back up to here. I mean, hey, that's as far as I can go. Now we see that it went up, right? But let's just say, I don't know, maybe Asia London, maybe we do fan up a little bit, and then we come back. And this is the projection for the meantime, right? So there's that. Or we like, I don't know. It's not really that deep or anything. Maybe it's something like this. Never know. And then this is like, raid to the left, and then boom, come right back. Who knows? Okay, so this is option one. Okay. Okay, or we never really go any higher. Okay, and then it comes back here, and then we can discuss later. Or another option is just it does come down. It does. NFP they flip it around and they get into here, and man, watch them do this type of shit. Boom. I don't know. It's a stretch for it to happen all this week. But this is an extreme situation, and again, it doesn't have to happen all tomorrow, right? Or this week, I mean. But I'm just giving flow because to be honest with you, man, like this is just so easy as a support resistance situation. Highs, 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 breakthrough, higher, low, and then you're sitting in the middle, right? And it just bounces from there. I mean, um, I'm wondering if we're just gonna get a lot. We're gonna get a little bunch of drives and then come back down, all right? And that's let me not get away here and go crazy. But hey, I don't know, bro. But yeah, we've accomplished all this right here. We've talked about, and then up to here. Did we not do the higher highs and higher lows and come back down and come back up? Oh, where's that? Yeah. Current week gap. Hugging around it, and the speaker is now. So again, I mean reversion, which I've talked about. I've already said this. So again, if we keep it simple, higher low, a new higher high, right? And then where's our finale? And then for another higher low, at the least, if it's bullish or bearish. That's why I'm drawing what I'm drawing right here. What does it look like? A new high. What does it look like? A new higher low, right? Okay, I'm done, right? And yeah, you guys take care. God bless.